Hi, I'm Adrian Solomon and I am a wedding planner. My promise is to help you discover how to bring your dream wedding to life without getting stressed or overwhelmed. I have been so lucky to be able to help brides plan and execute their dream weddings all over the world for years. I often get calls a few weeks before the wedding and I can hear the stress of the bride. I love that I'm able to help them at that time, finalize everything, make sure nothing's missing. But in a perfect world, I prefer to help my brides avoid that stress. Being someone who is a little OCD when it comes to organization and spreadsheets, I love having a process, and I love how having one really can help my brides. Having this process in place can help them feel calmer. For a long time, I had to meet with my brides in person in order to get anything done. But with the internet and webinars, Skype, FaceTime, all of this technology that we have at our fingertips right now, I am able to help people outside of my local community, and that's really what has inspired what I'm going to be sharing with you today. When I realized how many brides were out there feeling stressed, I knew I needed to do something. I've created a template for planning your wedding that has helped all of my brides plan and execute their dream weddings. And I want to share this with you too. I share a lot of my wedding tips in my free videos and on my Facebook fan page. I've been making these videos for a little while and I love making them. I've been getting so much great feedback and it started me thinking that I can help a lot more people. So I have developed this completely new and unique solution for you. Up until now, there are two choices when planning your wedding. You could hire a wedding planner or do it all yourself. I've found that a lot of brides want another option. I have had an overwhelming number of people contacting me to see if I'll work with them to help them plan their wedding. So I decided that it was time to make my entire step-by-step formula available to those who are ready to plan their dream wedding and available virtually. So the name of this complete solution for having your dream wedding is my virtual wedding planner. And you're about to be given the opportunity to get your hands on it. My virtual wedding planner is a 12-step process that will take you from defining your dream wedding all the way to bringing it to life. So we're going to start with addressing some of the problems that brides run into so that you can really get an idea what this wedding planner is for. Brides go through a lot. There is a lot to do, and it tends to feel very, very overwhelming from the moment you get engaged and the moment you start to plan your wedding. Feeling overwhelmed, you're feeling stressed, you're not sure how to proceed. There's so many things that you need to get done and so many people involved. And all of this can cause stress. I am here to help you with this. So let me share with you one of the things that makes my virtual wedding planner so powerful. The first benefit of this program is to help you remove the stress from planning your wedding. You will get step-by-step instructions on how to plan your wedding. Planning a wedding is overwhelming when you look at everything that has to be done. So breaking this big list that needs to get done into smaller steps and then breaking each of these steps down into individual tasks really helps. This program will help you to get organized if that's not your strength. And if you're an organized person, you will love the worksheets. There are a cajillion timelines out there, and I feel that most of them just stress out my brides. When they see that next deadline approaching, they start to get worried. Instead of looking at the tasks that need to get done and just getting it done, it creates more stress. So you need to find a plan that works for you. I hear a lot of people say that they need at least a year to plan a wedding. Well, I think that's rubbish. As long as you have some flexibility in terms of what vendors you use, we could plan a fabulous wedding for you in 3 months, as long as you have the help that you need. And along with having this plan, You need to have people around who will help you with your plan and have fun doing it. This might be your maid of honor, your mom, perhaps you and your fiance are working together on a lot of the details, or maybe it's another friend who's not even in your bridal party. I suggest having someone who complements your skill set. Yeah, you want them to complement your decisions. Compliments are always wonderful, but I'm talking the other kind of compliment. Someone who has different strengths that you have. For example, if you're really creative but not great at staying organized and on track, you want to have someone around you who is really organized that will help you with that part, and vice versa. But most important, these people need to be the type of people who will help you enjoy this process, help you have fun during the process. It is so easy to get caught up in all of the details and the minutia and forget to enjoy the planning of your wedding. But as you can probably tell, I think enjoying the planning is mandatory. So this process and I will help you and make sure that you have fun while planning your wedding. Most brides are only thinking about enjoying their wedding. They're not even considering enjoying the process of planning it. But it's possible, and in my opinion, it's necessary. Planning your wedding should be a fun thing that you share with your fiancé and loved ones. You're going to spend a lot of time on it, so why not enjoy it? No, you're not going to enjoy every single little step. Not saying that. However, so much of it you can enjoy, and we will bring joy into this process. Are you worried about disaster? Your dream wedding does not have to have disasters, and you don't need to add stress to your wedding planning by worrying about them. This process will enable you to see the potential disasters before they happen and fix the problems. I am all about preventative management. We will go through everything and double check all the details. This will help you to prevent disaster at your wedding and to prevent you from getting stressed before it gets to that point. And this leads us to the mystery problem. The big problem that a lot of my brides don't even know they have is knowing all the steps. There's a lot to do in planning a wedding, and there are a lot of steps that easily get skipped and forgotten. Sometimes the brides and grooms don't even figure out what's missing until really late in the process. They end up running around scrambling. What does this cause? More stress. I am here to help. I don't want you to have all this additional stress. There are a lot of steps in planning a wedding. It's easy to miss some of them, but missing them has some serious negative effects, and it can cost you a lot of extra money. If you have to do things twice, if you have to do things last minute, it will cost you a lot of extra money. So knowing these steps and following this program can really help you. This process will enable you to plan your dream wedding. Brides often worry about hiring a wedding planner for a couple different reasons. Some brides avoid hiring a wedding planner because they're afraid the wedding planner will take over. I get it. I imagine some wedding planners do that, so this is the perfect solution. This process will enable you to plan your dream wedding, from figuring out what details will make it your dream wedding, planning and organizing everything, and then bringing it to life. My virtual wedding planner will help you to plan and execute your dream wedding, taking into account all the difficulties that will try to get in the way. It's not about planning a wedding that looks just like the last one you attended. It's not about planning the wedding that your parents want for you. It's not about planning the wedding that your florist or your wedding planner thinks will be beautiful. It is about your dream wedding. We will work together to figure out exactly what that looks like and then plan all of the details in order to make it come to life. Perhaps you're afraid a wedding planner will be way out of budget. Well, this is a great solution. My virtual wedding planner is made up of 12 modules. Some modules will take you 2 months to complete. Some will take you 2 days. Some parts you might have already done. The overall process will be from today until your wedding day, however long that is for you. We start out with the big picture planning. This might be something that you already have done. If so, that's great. But I want to include it here for those people who are not even sure how to start. The big picture planning module will help you to know how to figure out the date and the venue. It will address the importance of your budget, the number of guests, the style of your wedding, some of these big picture items. Contracts is the next thing we'll go over. The importance of contracts, what you need to ask of each vendor. There's a lot of things that you don't even realize that you need to ask before you sign a contract. I will teach you how to utilize the expertise around you. Your vendors, these people that you are contracting to help you with your wedding, are there to help you bring your dream wedding to life. You will need to find a balance between utilizing all of their knowledge and expertise without letting them take over your wedding. You're going to ask them questions, listen to their answers, and make your own decisions. So while doing the contracts does not seem like the glamorous part of your wedding, I want you to think about the contracts as the first steps towards really defining these details that will bring your dream wedding to life. The next module is Pretty Things and People. I thought that after going through all of the contracts, which can be stressful for some people, I wanted to do something fun and pretty. So the third module is Pretty Things and People. This section contains some of the fun stuff and some items that often get forgotten until the week before the wedding. A lot of items in this module will not be completed until late in the process, but it is great to think about them and to start planning them early. So here we'll talk about your bridal party, your dress, the attire for the wedding party, different things like that. Okay, the next module, we will plan your ceremony. We need to make sure all the people and items are organized, the seating, the order, the vendors, and more. There's a lot of little details that need to come together. People often don't think about all of the little details of the ceremony. They figure it just kind of happens. It doesn't. This module will help you to get through all of those details, to figure them out, to make sure that your ceremony is beautiful. Planning your cocktail hour often gets overlooked because the bride and groom don't usually attend. But you don't want your guests to feel like you left them to fend for themselves for an hour or more. So we will plan your cocktail hour so that it's fun for your guests. Planning your reception doesn't just happen. You've contracted all of your vendors, but they need direction. They need to know about space planning and timing, the details. A lot of concern about disasters comes from comparison. A lot of brides learn what to do in planning their wedding by thinking about other weddings they've been to. This is completely natural, and it's likely that because you're doing this, you're comparing your wedding to others you've been to. This can lead to a lot of fear because you're using someone else's ideas. While I want you to utilize the experience of your friends, once you start to personalize your wedding, the wedding will really start to become yours, and you'll feel like you're taking more control of your wedding, and some of the fear will disappear. There are a lot of ways to personalize your wedding. We'll go through a lot of them throughout this module. Whether you're having a traditional wedding or you're doing something a little bit more offbeat, there's a lot of great things we can do to personalize your wedding. And once it becomes yours a little bit more, this fear will disappear. The next module is about the details that don't require any contracts. So we'll go through save the date cards, invitations, all the other paperwork if you want maybe to have some printed napkins, if you want to do announcements in the papers. These type of things will be in this module. Okay, the next module has a lot of random items in it. The first item is budgeting. If you are on a budget for your wedding and you're looking for ways to save money, this module has a lot of great ideas for you. If you want, you can watch this module first before you go through any of the other modules, but it doesn't have to be, because a lot of the details don't get defined until you're a little bit further along in planning your wedding. Whenever you watch this, it can really help you with some great tips to help you save money. This module also has some information on how to deal with some difficult issues. Some of the stuff in this module is not so fun, but if you are running into difficult issues, I don't want you to feel alone. So I've put some of the issues in here. No, I cannot predict every difficult issue that every bride will run into, but I put a couple examples in here, and it will help you to have some ideas on how to deal with anything that you might face during your wedding planning. Now, there's a few modules on the final planning of your wedding. I'm not going to stress you out with stuff this late in the process right now, but there is a module about the nitty-gritty details, all the stuff that you need to do 2 to 3 weeks before your wedding. Then we've got the vendor finalizations, getting all of your vendors together, making sure that they are on track with everything. And then the details that we need to go through for your rehearsal day and your wedding day. And that is the modules of my virtual wedding planner. I have a couple testimonials here from some past clients. The first one was this fabulous gala. It was so much fun. It really was a social event of the year. They put it into some local magazines. It was so much fun. The next testimonial I have here was from a couple who were both stationed in Afghanistan during almost all of the planning of their wedding. And we were able to bring this wonderful event to life, even with them being many time zones away. So my virtual wedding planner is a complete solution for planning your dream wedding. You will get access to a full series of videos, a step-by-step program to follow at your pace. You know how long you have until your wedding, so you look at the steps and set your pace. Some of my brides will want to go through all of the steps in the beginning just to see what they have ahead of them, and then go through and complete the tasks at their pace. Some brides want to go through one module, finish everything there, and then go on to the next. Whatever works for you is right. My virtual wedding planner also includes some of my best wedding planning tips and some worksheets to really keep you on track. Hiring a wedding planner will normally cost you a minimum of $1,200, usually more like $3,000 to $8,000. Purchasing a wedding book at the bookstore is cheap, but you get what you pay for, which is not much. But you don't have to pay $3,000 to get your own wedding planner, or even $1,200, or even $900. Your investment, when you take action today, is only $497, or if it works better for your budget, you can do 3 payments of $199 each. But be sure to take action right away, because the price is going to go up soon. Head over to myvirtualweddingplanner.com/join to sign up today and get instant access to all 12 modules and all of my tips. I know that everyone works different, so I wanted to offer a couple extra things for different kinds of brides. If you like to have something in your hands, this is perfect for you. You can get a printed copy of the wedding planner along with DVDs of the videos mailed to you for only $67. So if you're someone who likes to take lots of notes and wants to have everything together, this will be a great solution for you. And I have another bonus for you. You can get 2 personal meetings, video or phone call, whatever works for you, with me during your wedding planning process. The first will be in the next couple of weeks. I'll make sure that you're on track, answer any questions you might have, and give you help to make sure you're going to enjoy the process. And then the second meeting will be a couple weeks before your wedding to make sure that you are all set. And you can get these 2 meetings with me for $197. your own personal wedding planner for only $197. One-on-one meetings to discuss the specifics of your wedding. You have nothing to lose because the program is backed by a 60-day guarantee. So head to myvirtualweddingplanner.com/join and click Buy Now so you can start planning your dream wedding today. The choice is yours, but think about your wedding. You want to have your dream wedding. I don't want you to be stressed while planning it. I want to help you enjoy the process. If you really want to have fun planning your disaster-free wedding, take action now. And if you have any questions, please head to weddings@allinthedetailsonline.com. Shoot me an email over there if you have any questions about this program, and I can answer them for you.